Come on, bud. There's a whole other world of dragons out there.
Movie time now. Hiccup and Toothless were still flying high at the box office this weekend. How to Train Your Dragon 2 hovered in third after earning just over $25 million.
Well, I hoped never to see you again.
What's up, dog?
We're back.
The buddy cop comedy 22 Jump Street was demoted this weekend. Forced to settle for second place, it brought in another $29 million.
Think the free! This man is a legend with the ladies.
I can only imagine.
Oh, baby, you ain't got to imagine. We got this on video. I don't want to see that.
But it was the Battle of the Sexes in Sin City that had the starring role this weekend. Think Like a Man 2 doubled down on its debut weekend, raking in $30 million. Jason Gorber is a critic with twitchfilm.com and joins us as always. Jason, how you doing?
I'm good.
Good. I want to start with Jersey Boys. I've seen some reviews.
It's not so good. Yeah, so it's funny. They press screened the Kevin Hart film and the Clint Eastwood film at the same time. So make of that what you will. I chose the Clint Eastwood Jersey Boys musical extravaganza about Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, and I'm not sure I made the right choice, unfortunately. Look, at its core, this should be amazing. Clint Eastwood, very accomplished musician. A lot of people don't know that. He's actually a terrific jazz pianist. He's actually, at times, a really terrific director, can really assemble stuff, and Jersey Boys was a smash musical hit. So all of these ingredients are there. It's a fairly interesting story about a bunch of four guys from New Jersey who got together and formed the Four Seasons. But it just is terrible. You got Christopher Walken playing Christopher Walken, basically, as a sort of a mafia head. And look, the whole shtick about Frankie Valli is that he had an incredible voice, and he has this, imitable, I guess it is, falsetto. This very distinct way of singing these high notes. But when he would actually sing sort of in the middle range, he had a grit, almost sort of like a proto-Springsteen, as I wrote about, like another Jersey boy. So unfortunately, like the whole film itself, even though they try to get into like gangsterism and like, you know, thefts and stuff like that, and like things get a little bit miserable, it lacks that grit. So it's a little too Broadway, a little too slick, and the film is just, it's well over 2 hours long, and it feels about 5 hours long. It's just, unfortunately, it just does not come together at all.
Okay, crime drama also, the Rover, how's that doing? So
David Michôd, again, this is a little tiny film. This is a film I saw at Cannes, but it does have a giant superstar in it in the form, well, a couple. Guy Pearce is the lead, but it's got Robert Pattinson in it. And it's got Robert Pattinson in a role that Joaquin Phoenix would habitually play. It's a sort of like rough and tumble, slightly not all his marbles together character. It is absolutely sort of an archetypical, very, very dry Australian Western. Now, this director did a film called Animal Kingdom, which was tremendous. His second film is a much more dry, much more laconic thing. And when I said I can, some people didn't like it. I really like it. I don't love it, but it's definitely something worth seeing, and it's definitely calm and dry and dusty. And if you want to see the stuff that Pattinson's starting to do, he's working with people like Cronenberg, and he's working on films like with David Michôd. He's stretching way after his sparkly vampire stuff of Twilight. This is definitely a direction that he's going in, and with somebody like Guy Pearce just bringing it, it's actually a really interesting film to check out.
Last film, Obvious Child.
Right, so this is something I saw back at Sundance, and this is like a very typical Sundance comedy in the sense that it's not really a comedy, it's also a drama and a tragedy. And look, it's basically a comedy about family planning in its broadest sense. It stars Jenny Slate, who was on SNL for 1 year, who famously on her first day of SNL said the F word on screen.
Oops.
She didn't get past her first year. She's very funny. She plays a stand-up comedian. It's a little bit too self-aware, a little bit too on the nose, but it's directed by Gillian Robespierre, who's a really tremendous, talented director, and it's this very interesting, very Sundance-y indie comedy that's worth checking out. Forget all the big multiplex stuff. Check out these little independent films that are playing throughout the country.
I'm going to remind people they can follow you on Twitter at Filmfest_CA. Jason, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Scott.